Yeah, it's that time of year again. Time when a young man's fancy lightly turns to thinking of sexy new snowmobiles. What else dudes start thinking of the new iron and horsepower and ripping up some pow. For 2019, Skidoo has bolted from the gate first. And they invited the STV and OSM crew to Quebec for a personal look and a first ride. Now, if you're keeping score at home, Skidoo's enjoyed a pretty nice ride over the past 10 plus years. Now, it all started with the first rider-forward design Rev in 2003, and they haven't looked back since. 2 seasons back, Skidoo engineers introduced their 4th generation Rev platform, called the Gen 4. Get it? Generation 4? Clever, huh? Inside that buggy was a new 850 engine. We're talking big bore power. Now, the sled was also narrower, it was more nimble, and it had a more rider-active feel. And for the most part, guys friggin' loved it. And that's exactly what they're doing for 2019. For starters, they introduced a new 600R engine. It's based off the 850, so the little guy is a ripper.
600R is about response. It's got great response in and out of the corners, 30% faster than the 600 HO, 125 horsepower, so 5 more horse than the old motor. It really is a ripper.
Now, Skidoo also figured they better up the ante with their 4-stroke engine offerings as well. I'm all in. Yo, bro, you know that 900 Ace motor? Yeah, well, we put a turbo on it and it runs awesome. Cool. We should put that in a sled. And that's exactly what they did.
900 Ace Turbo at 150 horsepower. The best part is that dynamic response from corner to corner. You're gonna love the way that thing picks up the skis and goes.
Now, to put all that turbo stuff under the hood, Skidoo had to make some room in the Gen 4 chassis. So they widened it.
You know, we say wide body, but let's be real, it's pretty skinny body when you look at it overall. It's just wide compared to the 2-stroke model. So it's really light, it's really agile.
Yeah, okay, so it's not a large Marge sled. The added width allowed Skidoo engineers to put the turbo motor in there, and they made it look pretty dang sexy.
That Gen 4 wide, the nice thing about it is it gives you a little better wind protection, a little more comfort going down the trail for that guy that's in a, let's say, a grain touring and enduro is really gonna appreciate it for sure.
More than just a wide front, the Skidoo crew made sure the entire package all worked together.
Seat's a little different. We added a little more length to that seat, so it's the taller guys, got a little more length to it overall, and there's a storage in the back of it.
Now, the Gen 4 wide allowed engineers to improve other aspects of the normally aspirated 900 Ace as well.
So when we changed it to the Rev Gen 4, we're able to get a little bit different air intake on it. We're able to add the P-drive to it and add a little more power to the motor now.
More power. That's what I'm talking about. Surprisingly, Skidoo didn't touch their extremely popular Summit or Freeride models, instead focusing on offering several variations of the 600R and 900 Turbo Ace, along with the Gen 4 wide platform. Of course, if you're like us, you want to know about the good stuff. You know, the sleds all the cool kids are going to be talking about at school in the lunchroom. Peanut butter and jelly again? Aw, come on, Mom.
2 coolest sled in the lineup is going to be the MXZ 600R XRS and the Renegade 900 Ace Turbo XRS. Both really ripper sleds, man. Corner to corner, guys are going to love these things.
First impressions, the 600R motor is in fact a tasty number. It has the same kind of run quality as the 850, which means it wants to rev up fast. And based on the little bit of time we've had on it thus far, pulls much harder than the 600 HO. As for the 900 Ace Turbo, I mean, come on, who doesn't like some turbocharging? Now, for sure you can feel the added heft of the 900 Ace under the hood, but the power is seamless and for the most part, very predictable. And it's the perfect kind of power for sleds like the Grand Touring or the Renegade Enduro. Now, the 900 Ace Turbo XRS is probably the coolest looking sled in the Skidoo lineup for next year. But if banging big bumps is your thing, you're probably gonna wanna stick to a 2-stroke. But if logging lots of miles, going fast, yeah man, who doesn't like to go fast? And you have a soft spot for fuel efficiency, convenience, and reliability, then the 900 Ace Turbo XRS might be your ticket. Frankly, we can't wait to get one back to the shop for some long-term running and a first burn report for you early next season.